This is just a really quick video about something I found online. It claims here, as you can see on my screen, that Jim Pattison, someone named Jim Pattison, has endorsed something called BitWeb Pro 360, and it claims it's coming from the Toronto Star. However, this is not the Toronto Star's website. As you can see here at the very top of the screen, it says it's alternovables.com/product/Mohawk Revwood plus Hartwick laminate brownstone maple. And why does it have all those weird keywords for something about someone named Jim Pattison and some BitWeb Pro 360 thing that having to do with wealth? Or is this a crypto thing? Is this crypto? This is something about crypto. Yeah, so that's what this is. Why does it have all those Mohawk Revwood brownstone maple? Because this webpage here has two different versions that it might show you. This is the scam version we're looking at now. But if you visit it through other ways that don't go through Facebook ads, whatever it may be, it'll show you a fake online store, hiding the scam as if the scam is not there. And if you show up and you look around, don't see the scam, and you see an online store, you might think, oh, there's no scam here, but the scam is hidden. We found it. Here's what it is. This is not the Toronto Star. Toronto Star never published this. Jim Pattison has nothing to do with any of this. And I see this all the time in America, and it looks like, now seeing it here in Canada. Toronto Star, special report, Jim Pattison's latest investment has experts in awe and big banks terrified. Canadian citizens are already raking in millions of dollars from home using this wealth loophole, but is it legitimate? And it claims to have been seen on Calgary Herald, The Spec. Is that, I don't know, the Herald, the Huffington Post, whatever it is in the middle. Some of you might know and be able to correct me. The Globe and Mail and the Province. But they always include these sorts of trust signals, these sorts of featured on, endorsed on, or whatever. And it's never true. They didn't cover it. That's the truth about what's happening here. They're including those to make you trust this, but you shouldn't trust it because it is not true, and this is not the Toronto Star. Really quick, just before I continue, if you can click like down below, the thumbs up button, that will tell Google and YouTube my video has value, which would be awesome. It will help it rank higher. Other people might be able to see it before being scammed. Also, there's a thanks button down below. There's like, dislike, share, like save, download, those buttons. To the right of that is thanks. You might have to tap three dots to expand a menu on desktop to see it. To the right of like, dislike, and share. Or on mobile, if you're watching this on your phone or whatever, you might have to slide that row of buttons. That row of buttons, like, dislike, and share, you can move that with your finger. I didn't know that until a few days ago, but it moves. And there's a thanks button off to the right. If you want to tap that, that'd be great. So if we scroll down here, it says, Canadian businessman Jim Pattison has made a name for himself as a brash, straight talker who doesn't mind being honest about how he makes his money. And it says, last week he appeared on the Strombo show and announced a new wealth loophole, which he says can transform anyone into a millionaire within 3 to 4 months. Pattison urged everyone in Canada to jump on this amazing opportunity before the big banks shut it down for good. That sort of language should be a red flag, things that sound a little bit too dramatic. This is written by someone with a little bit too much of an imagination. And sure enough, minutes after, and also, by the way, it was written by someone with a grasp of the English language. That's for sure here, because this did not come from like Nigeria or something. This is well written. And sure enough, minutes after the interview was over, Toronto Dominion Bank called to stop Pattison's interview from being aired. It was already too late. Blah, 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 blah. And it said here that his number one moneymaker is a new cryptocurrency auto trading program called BitWeb Pro 360. And something about how it's the biggest single opportunity I've seen in my entire lifetime. The Strombo show, the host, George Stroumboulopoulos, is that the name? Continuing here, let's just scroll down. And sometimes in these articles, we see other celebrities act like, look at it here. I have not scrolled down to see this. I did not know it was going to show up. They show other celebrities that supposedly joined with the main person in the article. And we may see 2 or 3 of these, maybe even 4, or this might be the only one. Bill Gates and Richard Branson discuss BitWeb Pro 360 at CES 2020. And you see how they include the Bitcoin loophole thing here in the background where Richard Branson is shaking hands with Bill Gates. I bet you we can find the same photo, but it says it doesn't have the Bitcoin loophole thing in the background. And just doing a search here, I found what looks to be the original image. You can see it here. And this looks like CNBC posted the photo. Let's see if we can find it here. Yeah, it's a photo by Bloomberg, Richard Branson, and Bill Gates. It doesn't have the Bitcoin loophole thing in the background. Big surprise. And so, they have nothing to do with any of this. This is their image and likeness are being used in a very misleading way without permission. If we continue to scroll down here, the lucrative money-making secret big banks don't want you to know. And, they include language like that about, the big banks don't want you to know. They're furious. Or big pharma. That's another, they're furious about this weight loss pill. It's amazing. They include that sort of thing in all these kinds of articles. I'm surprised this is a crypto thing and not like a weight loss pill that doesn't work. Normally that's what it is. This time it's a crypto thing, which is really, interesting and strange. And so at the bottom of the page here, it's saying, change your life today. First name, last name, email. And I'm not entering my information there. So let's see how old the website is that's hosting this. I'm using godaddy.com/WHOIS. And it was last registered at least, maybe not originally, on August 31, 2022, right here, creation date. So it's fairly new because I'm making this video in early March 2023. And I went through the steps to figure out exactly what's happening here on, if you enter in your name and your email address or whatever. And there's a second step, they want to know your phone number. And I think that's where some sort of a scam might come in, where you start receiving text messages that have something to do with, give us some money and we'll invest it in crypto. And normally with crypto scams, they tell you they're going to invest your money. You give them some of your money and you immediately know it's a scam, or over, a series of days, weeks, months, you figure out it's a scam. And because you're not going to get your money back, right? That's the scam. And I don't know exactly what's happening here, but I do know for a fact that there's nothing about Jim Pattison or Bill Gates or Richard Branson coming together for something called Bitweb Pro 360, a cryptocurrency trading tool. And one of the images, as we saw, had like a fake logo that was put in behind Richard Branson and Bill Gates, which to me, huge red flag, lots of red flags here. And so I'm covering everything I can in this video, showing you what I saw, because some of you might be, you may have seen this somewhere. How did you find this, by the way? If you saw this, did you find through like a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad, TikTok ad, an ad on a website, like you were reading an article and it's off to the right, something like that? How did you find this? Let me know down below. Okay, so I entered a phone number, just out of curiosity. Instead of stopping, I entered a phone number for, whatever. And it took me here to Bitsoft360. And the actual website is bitsoft360.buzz. Let's find out how old this website is. Bitsoft360.buzz. Bitsoft360.buzz. And I'm going to guess really new. Well, not that new. August 28, 2022. So about the same time as the other website. And here it's saying, setting up your account, you're required to submit the following 3 short questions in order for us to assign the personal account manager that best fits your profile. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's pretend I'm willing to invest $500 to $750. This is a fake thing that's loading to make you think it's really doing something. You sometimes see this on websites where you can search for information, records for people, personal records, criminal records. It has this big progress bar that, takes a long time. It's really, really thinking, when really it's a much faster process and it's just making you think, whatever. You have enough to start. Your account manager will call and teach you how to make more. You are ready. You've got distinct, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't get it. You are qualified to access our trading platform, 5-star testimonials, and then something about, there's a video here, are 5-star reviews from Trustpilot. Well, then why isn't there a link to Trustpilot? I don't understand that. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Always remember that. That basically is something that you should take with yourself and look at. Besides all the Bill Gates and Richard Branson doctored image, they have nothing to do with this either. And the Jim Pattison guy, just, if it seems too good to be true, probably is. The whole, you gotta ditch the 9 to 5 and do this thing. It's gonna really work. It's this thing that really, well, then why wouldn't everybody be doing it? So I would recommend that if you're gonna invest your money, you go through a reputable company and someone that you've heard of, not some website that's being advertised on Facebook that leads to a .buzz website. I didn't even know that was a domain, extension or suffix or whatever it is. I didn't even know that was a thing. Instead of .com, .net, there's .buzz. I didn't know that. And so if you've had any experience with this whole Bit 360, Bitweb, whatever, Bitweb Pro, whatever it's called, let me know down in the comments below. Tell me information about what happened to you. Tell me your story. As much information as you can give us would be very helpful. This video is me talking about something that I found, but also it's a hub down below in the comments for people to discuss this, because where else are you going to discuss it? Maybe create a Reddit post that gets 2 comments or no comments at all. This hopefully can be a place where people can discuss this. Bookmark this video, come back to it every few days to see what other discussions are happening. And I hope this was helpful. I create these videos on nights and weekends to help people out, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And there are so many scams out there. There are new scams every day, and there are too many to cover, but I hope that I can cover a few like these every now and then on my YouTube channel here. I do full-time reporting during the day, but sometimes at night and weekends, I do this sort of thing. And so I'm hoping that can help out a few more people. Now, I've already received hundreds of comments since I started doing this in 2022 from people who tell me that I did save them from being scammed. So this is an effort that I think is worth it. And I hope that I saved you today. If I didn't, if you fell for it, if you have information that could be helpful to other people, please leave it then in the comments down below, because that is very beneficial. I could keep going on and on, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Like the video down below if you want to. That would help, because that would tell Google and YouTube my video has value and it would rank higher. It's great. And also there's a thanks button down below. Like, dislike, share. To the right of those buttons, there's a thanks button. You have to tap 3 dots on desktop to see it, or move it with your finger on mobile. There's a like, dislike, and share button. That row of buttons moves with your finger. I didn't know that until a week or two ago, but it moves, and you can tap thanks, and that would be awesome if you did. Thank you so much for watching.